to take leadership, right? We all want them to figure out how to build good, vibrant cities that are diverse and heterogeneous and meet all of those wonderful criteria we know healthy communities need to meet. But the question is, do they have the pictures to allow them to do so?
We were given 6 goals: to put people to work, to revitalize the downtown, to make the neighborhood safe and livable, to build decent, safe, affordable housing, to reform the schools, and to keep the middle class. Nothing about information. And it has taken me a while, but I have learned that information can be an incredibly powerful component of a change agenda.
So, we are here to build a new field, a field of urban information.
The importance, obviously, of bridging the information gap is to drive investment, to bring together the different partners, and to drive the investment that helps create safe and healthy neighborhoods in which to live and do business.
So we're trying to redefine this notion of how so-called expert knowledge can be combined with community-based knowledge and indigenous knowledge to come up with the best kinds of solutions.
We became interested in this work, and in particular in forming the Urban Markets Initiative a few years ago, when a lot of us realized that a lot of the grantees and people who were working on this were not speaking with each other, that there was no central place for this industry to begin to kind of coalesce around.
In terms of ready, set, go, what we're talking about is ready. The data is available. The nuggets are out there, but to get set, you have to interpret that data. You have to take that data and make it into something that answers a question.
Our goals are to make it easier for organizations to share information, to collaborate, and ultimately to have a set of planning tools that make it easier to see all the forces that are affecting the families and the neighborhoods in our community.
The Urban Markets Initiative has created a web tool that will allow people to look at the distribution of federal funds by counties and metro areas by type of expenditure in terms of grants, federal salaries and wages, and types of programs, functional areas. So federal expenditures on energy, on defense, on housing, on transportation. So this is adding value to data that have already existed.
There's better market data out there right now. It's not all just coming from the census. There's better business information out there right now. There's also better competitive data now. Technology has also improved greatly. Reporting has gotten a lot better. We're not really dealing with just demographics anymore. Modeling is getting much better. This preponderance of consumer information that we now have access to is allowing companies like Claritas to build very, very specific models for different types of retailers.
Whether it's Neighborhood Info DC, or whether it's the folks in Pittsburgh, or it's the folks in Hartford City Scan, where they go out with the little handhelds and they inventory what's going on in the neighborhoods. All information tools to better portray market realities and community needs.
This is truly a unique and not to be squandered moment in history of urban development. I mean, we are all pioneers on a very important journey.
How will we define success? I'd like a world where our data priorities are fully funded and implemented at the federal level, at the state level, at a neighborhood level. I'd like to see a world where we have innovative tools, continuously developed, shared. And lastly, I want to see a world where urban investment decisions are more informed, more transparent, and more rational.
There's some real difficulties here. I mean, and we analysts who've been thinking about this for a while are still grappling with it. The people at the Census Bureau are still grappling with it. So with the new opportunities comes some new ways of thinking about this.
Even the people who are up here talking about, how far along they are and taking bows and all that, they're not there yet. So you don't have to feel bad about it, because this is the early days.
We need experimentation and best practices. We need to advocate for changes in industry. We need to work in partnership with them, understanding full well not one of us in this room can do it by ourselves.